Get a close up and a slow-mo of this wax melting, and I'll just do a voiceover over that. What's up, you guys? Welcome to another video. I'm going to be showing you how to edit on Filmora. This is what I use to edit for my main channel, for this channel, Patreon. It's kind of my go-to editing software. I was trying to edit with Adobe when I first started, and I cried many tears because Adobe is a little bit complicated. I do know how to make thumbnails on Adobe, so if you guys want me to show you how to do that, let me know in the comment section down below. But I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what editing looks like, from transitions, how to cut things out, add things in, all of that. So if you like these kinds of videos, please hit the thumbs up button so that I know that you like them, and I'll continue to make them for as long as you want to see them. Now, as most of you know, I have been filming videos for 3 years now, and this is just my go-to. It's what I'm most comfortable doing, and I started on a phone. I started on a phone, and the only thing I knew how to do was edit the beginning part of my video where I sat down and the end part of my video. I didn't know how to do anything else. So when I was getting into editing software and I was told to use Adobe, I was like, this is too much. I am not tech savvy. I'm not good at things like this. So Adobe was really intimidating and complicated. So that's why Filmora is like just my go-to editing software. So let's start screen recording and I will walk you guys through what I do. So when we first open the software, it's going to give us a couple of options here. Start a new project or open a project. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to this widescreen ratio. This is the aspect ratio. So we're gonna wanna do 16:9. Click on new project. This is our studio and we're going to create our timeline. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import a video. I have so many videos that I really need to start editing. I waxed my own legs. Let's do this. This was so funny. I still haven't edited this, but while we're here, I'm going to go through and click all of the ones, and this is not organized. I really need to get my life together. But we're going to go through here and click all of the ones that are of me waxing my own legs. Okay, so I think that's all of the clips. So what we're gonna do is just drag it over here. This is our videos. These videos are what we're going to put into our timeline. So I'm just gonna kind of have to go through here and find where it begins. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing an intro here. So what we're gonna do is drag it down to our timeline, match to media. Because I've been doing this for so long, I do kind of know, like, okay, I'm talking to myself here. Camera's not in focus. It is a really frustrating thing. That's funny. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this little red guy. That's where I want the video to start because that's hilarious. It's not too late to back out. So I'm gonna go over here to this little scissor tool. We're gonna cut out all of this. I've hit the scissors. I'm gonna come over here and see all of this. We don't want any of that in there, so I'm just gonna hit delete. Now the video starts with this. It's not too late to back out, Jessica. She did not back out. She waxed her legs. So I want to show you guys this little cauldron. So I'm gonna come over here to the scissors and then I'm just like stirring. So there's like nothing going on. I'm gonna go back up here. So this is a section that is in like the middle of our little video here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that and cut that out. So now let's play it through. It's not too late to back out, Jessica. While I'm melting my wax in this little cauldron, so it actually melts really fast. So there's a lot of dead space there. I'm just gonna, just to make it go a little bit faster, I'm gonna do that. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's already starting to melt. So while we do that, this would be a great time for me to research how to actually do this, which I did not do. So I'm gonna kind of back up a little bit, and you can kind of get where I'm going with this. We wanna cut out all of the moments where there's just no talking. We don't need to say We want the video to flow. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little bit, but I don't want to. We wanna say that, that's funny. But see this little clip up here? I'm thinking because I didn't film an intro for this that I would just kind of do a voiceover and do this little wax melty thing in slow motion. So let me just show you how I would do that. I'm gonna take this file, I'm gonna drag it down here, and now I'm going to go up to this little timeline. I'm gonna right click or left click. So this is our whole video, okay? So I'm gonna go down here and we're gonna figure out what part of this we want to keep and what part of it we don't. So I'm probably going to wanna keep it about here. So I'm gonna cut out the beginning part of it. We're not gonna keep all of this in here, but see how it has noise? I hope this is all making sense and I'm not going too fast. I'm gonna take this and just, no more noise, no more sound. Get a close up and a slow-mo of this wax melting, and I'll just do a voiceover over that. We'll do this, we'll take this out. We're gonna select the part that we want to be slow-mo, and we're gonna come up here, and this is your custom speed area. So we're gonna hit slow. That's pretty slow. So what I'm gonna do is stop it and play again so you can kind of see that's slow enough. And you can speed it up and do whatever you wanna do. What's really cool about Filmora is you can actually record a voiceover right on the editing software itself. So what I would do here, I actually have my podcasting mic sitting right here. So what I would do is I would just connect my mic to my computer and I would hit record for the voiceover. Now on here, what you can do is you can change the microphone. I don't have anything plugged in at this moment, but you can change it to whatever you want it. That could be headphones, that could be a podcasting mic, whatever you want, you can connect to here. So what I would do is I would just record a little voiceover for the beginning of our video, like, hey guys, I'm going to be waxing my legs at home today. I got this on Amazon, or whatever I want to say in the beginning is what I would put here. See how there's like just a lot of dead time here? So I would obviously want to cut that out. Let's show you a transition. So I'm gonna show you two kinds of little editing techniques that are very, very simple that can make your video seem like you're taking it to the next level. So I'm gonna stretch out my timeline here and I'm just clicking on it, stretching it out. I wanna emphasize that's all I got. So I'm gonna come over here to my scissors, cut it. That's all I got. And I'm gonna cut where I say that. Okay, now I'm going to take this little section that we have cut now. We have a little section that we can highlight, and I'm gonna go up to the trim, or the crop, sorry. And I'm going to crop in just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's all I got. That's all I got. Okay, so now when I say that, it's going to look like it's emphasized. All I did was crop in and crop out real quick. So, and they tore it off. That's all I got. So that's too small. So I'm gonna go back up here, crop in just a little bit more just to make it a little bit more funny. Okay. Tore it off. That's all I got. Right, so it just looks like I'm emphasizing that. If I wanted to do pan and zoom, that is something that I love to do. So we're gonna do it the same way, and then I'll show you transitions, I'm sorry. We're gonna cut just this section, for example, and I'm gonna select what I had just cut it on both sides, go back up here to our cropping tool, and we're gonna pan and zoom. Now this feature is one of my favorites. So we're gonna start here the same way that we did the other one and end it there. And you can mess with this, you can tweak it however you want. So let me show you the difference between the crop and the pan and zoom. And they tore it off. That's all I got. Crop. So I did some research. Pan and zoom. Wax warmer protective. And those are just really simple ways to make your video seem more like interacting. You know what I mean. So let's say I want to do a transition. Collars. We're gonna cut, and then see where that little splice is where we just cut. We're gonna go up here to transitions. And what I'm gonna do is pick whatever transition I want. So I usually do this one. We're gonna put it in the middle or over here or on the other side. So you can put it on one side of the cut, the other side of the cut, or I can put it right here in the middle. So let's show you what that looks like. Collars. Flip. Now that is what I use to go from one frame to another. Like if I'm outside and then I go inside, I'll do a little transition, you know, so that you understand like, oh, this is a different scene or what have you. Let's see, titles. Now Filmora is great with titles, I think. You can do end credits, you can do subtitles, lower titles, openers. These are really nice. You can even download different ones. Titles, lower thirds, subtitles, end credits. So let's go back up here to titles, and you can move these however you want. So you click on the title and it pulls up this little box. You can change the text however you want. It's very straightforward and it's really easy. Once you get in here and you start to learn these things, like how to be weird. And you can move that however you want. You can put it on the screen, move it up here, and then that title will pop up where you put it. That's probably important, but I don't know. How to be weird. And then you can even take this title and you can cut it. So you select it and you cut it to make it shorter. You can even stretch it out if you click on it. Left click, right? This is my left hand. You can drag it out. So I can make that as short or as long as I want to make it just by clicking on it. Or you can select it and delete it. If you ever have a problem where like, oh no, I just deleted that and I wanted that, you hit Control Z and it's gonna put that title back on there for you, or whatever it is that you just deleted. Control Z is a lifesaver when you're editing, because say I did all this work, maybe I even made a subtitle and I was typing everything the person was saying and then I deleted it, and then it's like, what do? Control Z will undo any mistake that you make. So that helps too when you're learning to know, like, Control Z is my go-to. Using Windows 10, Control Z is my lifesaver. Say I want to change the color of whatever frame that I'm on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select what I want to change. Like, we can make, is this the pan and zoom? We'll make the pan and zoom black and white. So we're going to click this little color wheel. Gosh, I haven't done this in a while. We're going to go to color, brightness, exposure. Hold on. How do I do it? There we go. Vibrance. And you can kind of just mess with it however you want. So I can make this as dark or as light as I want and change it. I want it about like just gray. Okay. So we'll click over here. So I did some research. Now our pan and zoom is black and white. Isn't that cool? But you can make any frame you want, any color that you want. Say I want it to be blue. It can be blue, it can be purple. I mean, it can be anything that you want, and you can really just get in here and start messing with these. Just move them all around however you want. Say I wanted to keep it like that. I don't, but say I did. That's what it would be. Go in there and have fun with it. Make it red, make it purple, black and white, do whatever you want. Some research. That looks super weird because I just went for it. So we'll hit Control Z because I didn't want it to stay. And now I think it's just gonna be black and white. So I did some research. So hopefully that explains everything so far. If I wanted to add music, we'll do that real quick. I'm gonna hit Control I or just import, and I have downloads here. Scroll, gosh, it's a mess. Triumph. This is just an audio file that I have stolen from the YouTube Creator Studio. So we're gonna take this and put it here. So if you wanna adjust your audio, which I highly recommend that you do, you just right click on that and adjust audio is gonna pop up. Now, you don't want it that volume. You want it lower. So see how we can make it as loud or as soft as we want? That's what you're gonna wanna do. And I typically fade in and fade out, so that it is a smooth in and out. Like the song will fade in and the song will fade out. So that's how you do that. Say you hate it, you just click on it and delete it. You're done, you just hit export and you title it however you want, how to, and you are gonna wanna save it, and then you're gonna wanna put it wherever. I just have it saved to desktop so it's easy to find, and then I click export. This was a lot more fun than I thought it was gonna be, so if you guys wanna see more videos, let me know in the comment section down below. Be sure to smash the subscribe button before you go, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye guys. Okay, trying this again. Oh, I'm hungry. Don't get confused, okay. Don't get confused, you know I'm going to. So when we first open the software, Riley, I'm editing, or filming. Okay, so that whole clip is useless. So I want to emphasize that's all I got.